Obligatory disclaimer up front. TikTok has been muting or taking down some of our videos within minutes of them being posted. So if you're watching this video on TikTok, I want to point out that this video is available on our YouTube channel as well. I'm also adding captions for the disclaimer in case it does get muted. Now that we got that out of the way, what the fuck is up, everyone watching this video? I'm Admin Tim, founder of the Sons of Liberty. If you're just coming across our channel for the first time, fuck Donald Trump and fuck MAGA traitors. That just settled where I stand, because I know some of you see the symbols and the beard and the clickbait title and think, this motherfucker. Well, surprise! Up front, the Sons of Liberty Facebook page has been taken down by Meta, alleging that an admin's account was hacked. It wasn't. And that the page posted something that was against community standards. It didn't. What's weird about this is that it happened after we posted a lot of content about Project 2025, but also about Meta's new hire, Dustin Carmack, who's one of the contributing authors of Project 2025 and a former aide to Rhonda death sentence. Now, I don't believe in conspiracy theories, but the timing and the lack of the usual details that we normally get is kind of telling. Anyway, before Mark Zuckerberg and his Gestapo goons took the page down, we'd seen some shit on our Facebook comments from alleged progressives saying that the South somehow deserves the disaster that is Hurricane Helene. A handful of people on TikTok and YouTube were also shitty, or tried to comfort me in the comments like, "Are you crying?" Or my personal favorite was the guy who just asked if I'd like a box of tissue, to which I replied, "No thanks, when I'm ready to bust a nut, I just use your mom's face, because I never waste an opportunity to bust on someone's mom." Yes, that was deliberately an intentional double entendre. So yeah, the Sons of Liberty admin team is angry. Admin Jim lives in Tampa, which took a direct hit. Admin V lives in Columbia, South Carolina, and spent the wee hours of Friday morning having Hurricane Hugo flashbacks on her couch. I choose not to disclose my location, but it got the butt stuff too. We're not just angry because it affects us, we're angry on behalf of the thousands of friends and family who belong to the Fam of Liberty who were in the path of that hurricane. We're also angry on behalf of the people who aren't part of the Fam of Liberty. Those are still our countrymen. The shit that these alleged progressives are joking about, it's not fucking okay. And we hear it every time a disaster hits the southern red states. You can just ask Admin Elo, who lived through Texas Snowmageddon, that same week-long ice age that Senator Rafael Tedward Cruz fled to Cancun. Remember that? I fired a page admin for making jokes about the Texans who were affected by ERCOT not being up to the task of heating Texas homes. In North Carolina, the death toll from Hurricane Helene can't be calculated yet because you literally can't get to people to find out if they're alive, and the phone lines and mobile networks are down for most of the rural areas. Currently, there are several hundred people who are missing, and the death count is at least 35 at this moment. That's just North Carolina. Factor in other states and the count is much higher. Also, something that we see is, why didn't they evacuate in regards to places that were in western and inland parts of various states? Here's the thing. People evacuate from storm surges. They evacuate to the western and inland parts of states. No one wants to be swept out to sea or drowned in their houses. We all remember the pictures of the Japanese tsunami. You can think of storm surges as something like that. When you live inland, you expect wind and rain that lessens the further the storm goes inland because of the conditions that were created by the hurricane in the ocean don't exist on land. I'm not a fucking meteorologist, so that's about as deep as I can go with this. For those who are in the South who've been battered by hurricanes, we know that sometimes these storms hold together better than you think. This one certainly did, and places that rarely experience any residual effects of deflated hurricanes just got raw-dogged by surprise butt sex. I've never seen a meteorologist be asked to predict infrastructure failures. We usually rely on engineers for that, and we had a lot of infrastructure failures with Helene. Entire interstates collapsed when rivers flooded their banks beyond what anyone could have ever predicted for that region. None of your page admins are Republicans. We are all blue dots living in states where our voices don't matter because of the gerrymandering. We all know other blue dots living around us. Asheville, which is being washed off the map with this flood, is one of the most progressive cities in the state of North Carolina. And all you little assholes making snide comments about it, you make me fucking sick. These are people's lives. A lot of people in Tennessee and Kentucky and Western North Carolina live in rural areas and they don't make a lot of money. And the catastrophic damage that this hurricane did is indiscriminate. It affected people on the left, people on the right, people in the center. So all you ass clowns out there saying that the state got what it deserved, fuck you. Fuck you right in the fucking mouth with a shit-covered cock. Yes, that's an ass-to-mouth reference. We're sorry that our politicians are dicks. We didn't vote for them. We voted for the OG, aka the other guy. And you know what? It fucking galls me that I have to apologize for my state's governor and legislative body, but here we are. And even people who did vote for them and are impacted by the storms, they still deserve help. Just like people out there out west deserve help after wildfires and earthquakes. Just like people in the north deserve help when there are cold weather-related disasters. That's what FEMA is for. And every single person that pays federal taxes is paying for FEMA, including people in red states. Now, we all know that Donald Trump and the Republicans want to eliminate federal aid, and we have to vote against them because weather disasters will just continue to happen as long as climate change escalates. It's right there in the Project 2025, aka American Mein Kampf playbook, page 664, for example. Oh, and before the dipshit MAGA ass clown fuckfaces come for me in the comments, your boy Donald Trump is personal friends with the founder of the Heritage Foundation and rode on the dude's private jet to a heritage event in Florida where Trump gave a keynote speech in 2022 in which he said the Heritage Foundation would, and I quote, lay the groundwork and detail plans for exactly what our movement will do. Only I didn't do it with the tiny hands and the accordion gestures. Project 2025 includes about 4 pages on NOAA and the National Weather Service. That part was written by Thomas F. Gilman, who was an official in Trump's Commerce Department. Seriously, what the fuck is a commerce guy doing writing policy for scientists? The document describes NOAA as a primary component of the climate change alarm industry and said it should be broken up and downsized. That's the answer to the question I just asked. A commerce guy talking about breaking up and downsizing government agencies to save money? Because that makes so much more sense than taxing the wealthy and giant corporations, which Trump promised his fellow oligarchs that he specifically would not do that. Here's a gentle reminder that states with larger populations historically are greater contributors to climate change than those of us with smaller populations. See also the cars on the road and the industry that makes your states more profitable than the rest of ours. Speaking of climate change, Pennsylvania Department of Conservation and Natural Resources was ordered by the state's Republican governor, Tom Corbett, to remove any references to climate change, and I quote, in cases where we look like we're giving a position, end quote. Oh, but it gets better. In 2012, after North Carolina's Coastal Resources Commission released an estimate predicting that the sea will rise 39 inches along the state's coast over the remainder of the 21st century, the North Carolina state legislature ruled that officials would not be allowed to use the newest in technology to predict future sea level rise. They also banned the usage of the words climate change by government agencies. Florida, a state affected by climate change, has undertaken similar measures. Ron DeSantis decided not to use $350 million to combat climate change because it was too woke. So now we're going to talk about empathy for a second. Empathy should be easy. You see someone suffering and you want to alleviate that suffering. Empathy is why Admin V votes for progressives because Republicans are terrible at it. She's disappointed that some of our fellow woke liberals also aren't good at empathy, as seen in the posts that I've been referencing. Speaking of empathy, I'm going to talk for a second about thoughts and prayers. I don't know if anybody out there watching this video has ever unironically posted thoughts and prayers, but I swear to God, every time I see it, it fucking pisses me off to no end. Check out this widely circulated picture from Asheville, North Carolina, where there's literally a dude standing on his roof where water's about a foot below the gutters. All these motherfuckers posting OMG prayers. Fuck your thoughts and prayers. Fuck your thoughts, fuck your prayers, and fuck your goddamn slacktiveness bullshit. You're the laziest sumbitch I've ever seen, and I was a card-carrying member of the E4 Mafia. Twice. How about you get off your lazy ass and do something, motherfucker? Changing your profile picture doesn't raise awareness to anything, and sharing someone's photo dump of the rural devastation that this hurricane caused doesn't help anybody. You know what helps? Action. Go volunteer or donate to places that are helping. I'm going to put some links in a YouTube community post and also in the video description for this video on YouTube. So you can check it out, and if you decide that you want to take action instead of changing your profile picture or thoughts and prayers or whatever the fuck other slacktivist bullshit people do, you can do that. And yeah, I know I probably sound super condescending, but enough is enough. God damn, let's stop with the fucking thoughts and prayers bullshit and do some action. Because Big Sarge really wants some action, you know what I'm saying? Anyway, so you can go volunteer or donate to places that are helping. You know what also helps? Voting. Or specifically, stop voting for fucking Republicans! You are literally helping them kill the goddamn planet on which we all have to live. That includes you, motherfucker! All of this is to say, Let's all please do better. We're angry about these assholes that get us into terrible situations by being terrible people. Nobody understands that more than the Sons of Liberty admin team who live in red states full of assholes. But let's not sink to their level, and instead let's do better. Be better, people. Obligatory disclaimers. If you like the content that we create, follow us on all the things except Facebook. You can find our contact information in the Throatpunch, which is coming up at the end. I'm not going to redo the Throatpunch information just yet until we know for sure if the Facebook page is actually gone for good. In the meantime, you can stay dialed in by getting on the Sons of Liberty official Discord server, which is also in the Throatpunch, and you can find the link on our TikTok and YouTube channel descriptions. We'd appreciate it very much if you'd subscribe, like, and get notifications on our content and channel. You can help us extend our reach by sharing our video content wherever you see it, and you can help us beat the algorithm by leaving us a comment. Even y'all hateful ass people out there with your thoughts and prayers bullshit, or you should have fucking done me. You help us boost our metrics too, but I don't want you to keep doing it. Do something more productive, like, I don't know, fucking go help or volunteer, or just shut the fuck up with your fucking pearl clutching bullshit about, oh, you should have moved, motherfucker. I'm so pissed I'm going off on tangents. For all you haters out there, Admin Tim 316 says, get fucked and die mad about it. Hashtag not sorry, not sorry. For the Sons of Liberty, I'm Admin Tim. Y'all be safe and be kind, except to assholes. Fuck them motherfuckers. 2 claps and a Rick. Fuck your thoughts and prayers and stop being a dick. Woo!
And now it's time for the Throatpunch!
Hashtag not sorry, not sorry. For the Sons of Liberty, I'm Admin Tim. Y'all be safe and be kind, except to assholes. Fuck them motherfuckers. Fuck. I have some sort of obsession with fucking assholes. I've referenced butt stuff several times and ass to mouth and